Warning, the Renegade Recruiter is not for the soft, timid, or faint-hearted. If you need permission or seek approval from your mother, spouse, mates in the pub, or anyone else for that matter, this really isn't for you. If any of what you've heard puts you off in the slightest, I advise you not to listen any further. You've been warned. Prepare yourself for the no bullshit, zero fluff. Quick, dirty, and uncensored secrets for any serious recruitment, staffing, and search business owner who wants to earn more money with less work and fewer headaches, without having to kiss ass or bend over backwards to please anyone. He's a relentless and fearless renegade who will stop at nothing to reveal the harsh, unforgiving, and brutal truth about what it really takes to succeed in this business. He's a guy people love to hate and hate to love. It's your host, Terry Edwards. The Renegade Recruiter is unleashed.
Hello. This is Terry Edwards, Renegade Recruiter, and welcome. Today, of course, we're joined by our co-host, Drew. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Just want to reach out to you real quickly. I just want to share a story with you. I want to be really talking to you about what I call healthy habits. Healthy habits to ensure you achieve your financial goal. And just to clarify, a habit is a routine of behaviour that's repeated regularly, and often it happens unconsciously. Now, old habits are hard to break, and new habits are hard to form because of the behaviour patterns which humans repeat and almost become imprinted in your neural pathway. But I want to share a story with you. A friend of mine by the name of Cass, she's a very, very keen triathlete. She goes to the gym at least 6 days a week, virtually every week. And she's very, very healthy. She always watches what she eats and what she drinks. So whenever we go for a meal, we're out just this weekend, which has prompted me to do this broadcast, is that she often orders a salad with no dressing whenever we go out. We went out with a group of friends. It was a friend's birthday, and we're out in the evening, and she ordered burgers and fries and a pint of beer. And we all looked at us like, wow, that's not like you, Kath. And it's not what Kath does, quite honestly. And then, without anybody saying anything, she sort of turned to all of us because she kind of knew what we were thinking, and she said, "Look, here's the deal. One burger won't make you fat." And of course, she's right. One burger doesn't make you fat. In the same way, one bowl of salad won't make you slim. See, to be fat takes as much commitment as to be healthy. So to be unhealthy is probably a better way of putting it. Takes as much commitment as to be unhealthy. And this is something that can be easily forgotten. Does that make sense, Drew?
Yeah, it does. I think often when you hear people talk about success or failure, they refer to people who don't achieve success as lacking commitment. Like, again, I remember growing up sort of in school, and I was in a lot of sports teams, and if someone didn't make the team, or if someone was good enough to make the team, they had the ability to make the team, but they didn't quite turn up to training or whatever, the teacher would always say, they lack commitment. And I think it's like you said, Terry, everyone's got commitment. Everyone has commitment in some place. It just depends on where you put that energy. So, it really comes down to, like, what are you committed to more? Are you committed to like achieving your goals, or are you committed to failure or staying as you are? And I think, yeah, as you rightly said, it takes as much commitment to get fat as it does to have sort of your perfect body, your ideal body. And in business, it takes just as much commitment to sort of build the business of your dreams as it does to sort of stay as you are and not move forward. And I think that's probably where I see a lot of recruitment search owners going wrong, is that they're committed to their current comfort zone. They're committed to staying as they are now, but not committed to growth as much as they are to staying as they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that, as I said earlier, it can be easily forgotten. Without exception, it takes consistent repetition of certain habits that will lead you to your end goal. Think about it. If you're not happy with your body right now, it's not because of something you did yesterday. It wasn't because of that burger or that pint of beer you did yesterday, or even the day before, or maybe even the past week. it's because of things that you've done on a regular and consistent basis over the last few months, maybe even years. Listen, if you're not happy with the relationship you have right now, it's not because of something you did today or something you did yesterday or even last month. It's because of something you've been doing on a regular and consistent basis for some time. But here's the point we're making. If you're not happy with the performance of your recruitment to search business right now, guess what? Yeah, you've got it. It's not because of something you did today, last week or last month. It's because of those consistent habits. See, there's a great book that I'd recommend you read. It's called The 12-Week Year, and they talk a lot about it in there. And this applies to any business, but if we look specifically at recruitment and search businesses, it's estimated there are probably 7 or 9 things that if you just do these 7 or 9 things on a regular and consistent basis, you will have a successful business. See, Drew and I, we talk to recruitment and search firm owners on a daily basis. And one of the questions that we always ask is this: how many decision makers how many new decision makers are you speaking to on a regular basis or on a monthly basis? Here's a number that kind of leaves me dumbfounded sometimes. The number is between sort of 3 and 5 new potential clients every single month. Let me repeat that. The average is 3 to 5 decision makers every single month. But if you ask most recruitment business owners, search owners, what's not working in their business right now, here's what they say: not enough new clients. Can you see what's going on there, Drew, with those two statements?
Yeah. Again, it's the outcome, the results they're getting is a symptom of the behaviour that they've been doing in the past. If you're not speaking to, everyone, intellectually, we all know that the more people you speak to in your target market who have a need for what you do, the more sales you make. But as you said, Terry, most recruitment and search firm owners said that the biggest problem is they're simply not speaking to enough people.
That's right, yeah.
They haven't developed that habit to speak to enough people. So, Terry, I wanted to sort of put a question to you. Why do you think that is? Why do you think it is that so many, and it's almost, again, like you, I speak to recruitment and search firm owners almost daily since working with you, and I can probably count on one hand the number of them who are speaking to enough people before they work with us anyway. So why is it such a big problem? Why do you think that the majority of recruitment and search firm owners aren't able to, or aren't willing to, or whatever it happens to be, they're not speaking to enough of key decision makers who have a need for their services?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to answer like this, and I think it's a great question. So just to recap, the business owner wants more business. That's the number one challenge. If you say, what's not working in your business right now, they will say, not enough new business. But their problem is, that's their problem. But what's going on at the moment is they're only speaking to between 3 and 5 potential new clients a month, every single month. And one of the reasons is true, they don't know how to. They have no method. No method of getting in front of decision makers on a regular and consistent basis. Yeah. They haven't got, coming back to that habit. See, to get in front of, 15, 20, 30 decision makers a month, let me ask you a question as you're listening to this. What would it mean to you and your business if each of your consultants were to speak to 20, 30 new potential clients every single month? Hell, if you spoke to 30 decision makers a month, that's only 1 a day. But what would that mean to your business? What percentage of those would you actually convert into clients? If you're bloody lousy and you've got no idea, and your conversion rate's only 1 in 30, do the numbers on that. That's 12 new clients a year per fee earner every single year. And to answer your question, I'm kind of digressing there, is that they just don't know how to, Drew. They don't have a method in place to ensure that they will speak to 20, 30 fee earners, 20 to 30 decision makers every single month after month after month. And, they just have no idea how to do it because they've never been shown. Most recruitment and search firm owners are former recruitment and search firm, most recruitment and search firm owners are former consultants themselves. Yeah. And they've never been shown how to generate leads without cold calling. So you talk to everybody, how do you get business? Well, I cold call, or word of mouth, or I occasionally send out a CV or resume. That's the only way of getting business. Does that answer the question, Drew?
It does. It's sort of led me to another question, like going back to habits. And you mentioned that the majority of owners now were once consultants and they've sort of left the company. But like usually they were good consultants. They were top performing consultants. So the habits that they had when they were employed by somebody else were able to get the results they wanted.
You're listening to the Renegade Recruiter Unleashed Podcast. For show notes, additional resources, and podcast updates, head over to www.therenegaderecruiter.com.
Why is it that when they go off on their own, they start their own business, that they're unable to replicate those results? Again, almost daily, I speak to someone who was a sort of a top biller, top fee earner in the company they work for, and they've gone out on their own, and they're like thinking that, well, if I go out on my own, I can get all of the commission rather than just a percentage of it. They struggle to replicate the same results, or even if they struggle to replicate that within their team. Why does that happen?
Great question. Because majority of recruitment and search consultants, they have maybe 6, max 10 existing clients that they can go back to again and again to get business. And if you work with those clients and you're doing a good job, almost part of you is thinking, I don't need to go and get new business. I've got these existing clients and I'm doing very well. And they tend to forget that, so they then go off on their own and set up their own business. And of course, they often can't take those clients with them.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing as well: if you're an owner or director of a business and you really want to grow, you get intellectually, you're going to have to get new clients. If you want your business to grow, you're going to have to get new clients. You can't rely on your existing clients and kind of hope, fingers crossed that your existing clients are going to take your business to the next level. Amongst other things, you've got no control over that whatsoever. If you want to control, if you want to grow, you've got to go out there and get new business. So to answer your question, Drew, is that often they have their existing clients and they don't have to get new business, and then they set up on their own or they go and join another business, and of course they haven't got those existing clients, and that's what happens. Does that answer the question, Drew?
Yeah, it does. So again, like you've got good habits and you've got bad habits. You've got habits that take you towards your goal and habits that really keep you in your comfort zone, keep you as you are. I want to ask you about some of the good habits that you can develop going forward, but what are some of the, like if there's a recruitment and search firm listen to this right now, and they're perhaps doing well, perhaps winning 6 figures, but they're not seeing the level of growth that they want or the speed of growth that they want perhaps. What are some of the bad habits that they might have? What are some of the sort of bad habits they've picked up over the years, or maybe it's the case they haven't developed the good habits? So what are the bad habits that keep them at the level they're at now and stop them growing?
I think the most obvious one is that we get is, well, we've always done it this way, whatever this is, and this way. So you say to them, look, how many decision makers do you speak to a month? And they say, well, we probably speak to 3 or 5 decision makers a month.
This new decision makers.
New decision makers a month. And you say, well, what do you do to do that? And they say, well, we use the methods that we all use. We'll cold call, we'll market out candidates, and perhaps use word of mouth. And say, well, why do you do that? Well, we've always done it that way. So, and what they're really saying at some level is a habit. And also, in fairness, they don't know any better. And I always say this: if you listen to this right now, if the methods you're using right now are giving you the results that you want, and you're speaking to 10, 15, 20 new decision prospects a month, every single month, that's fantastic. You must keep doing it. But if you're not getting the results that you want, please do something different. And there's an example, Drew, of a bad habit. There are so many bad habits. Another classic one is that you talk to a recruitment and search firm owner, and you say, how do you grow the business? They say, we're bringing consultants. I say, why do you do that? And they say, because that's how you grow business. Honestly, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that isn't the way to grow your business. See, we talk to recruitment and search firms, I keep saying this, but on a daily basis. And I'm yet to meet a recruitment and search firm owner who says, our team are at their absolute maximum. They can't do any more work. All our team are performing right now. What's happened in that business? They've just got some bad habits that are actually holding them back. And it takes somebody from the outside looking in to say, are you aware that those habits that you've got right there aren't serving you? Something needs to happen in the business. It's a bit like if you make that decision perhaps to lose weight. Often something happens. Often it might be it might be a photograph at a function or whatever, and you see yourself and it's like, wow, I didn't realise I was so overweight now. Or perhaps your children say something, or perhaps you can't get into your habits, but often something will happen to make you realise, I've got some lousy habits here that I need to change if I want to get the results that I want.
Awesome. Brilliant. And so, okay, what are the good habits then? If I'm going to start a recruitment business tomorrow, or I've got one already running, and I want to grow, what are the sort of the key things daily that I should have in my calendar to do every day, and also my consultants as well? Like, what are the things that, I guess in sort of 80-20 speaking, what are the sort of top 20% of things that are going to give me the maximum result?
That's a great question, because you're absolutely right, Drew. It is that 80-20. There are almost like 10, 15, 20% of things that you do that will give you 80% of your results. You're absolutely right. So the most obvious one, Drew, is to get in front of more decision makers. Now, I'm always wary when people say get in front of more decision makers, and I make that really specific. How many decision makers do you think you need to get in front of? That if you got in front of that number, you would achieve your goal. Now, all the evidence suggests from all the clients that we work with that our clients, if they can speak to 20 decision makers a month, every single month, typically they'll in an average one decision maker. Now, to do that, that means that they have to have telephone conversations with decision makers. So, in terms of the action steps, they need to get in front of decision makers. They need to have probably 30, 40 telephone conversations with decision makers a month, every single month. Now, to do all that means that you've got to have some marketing activity.
Yeah, again, Terry, just to be clear, these telephone conversations, this is not through cold calling. This is people who have an interest in what you do and have expressed a need for your services. These are not cold calls. These are people who are in your target market and have a need for what you do and know who you are.
That's right. So you got So the people that you're having conversations with must have a need for what you do, must know you, like you, and trust you. So you're absolutely right. Absolutely no cold calling whatsoever. In fact, don't waste your time bloody cold calling. Get in front of decision makers who have a need for what you do. And if you get it's marketing activity, and ideally this marketing activity should be automated. So it's not a case of you on the phone, but you can set things up. You can use different platforms. So you get clients coming to you saying, "Actually, I'd like to have a conversation with you." So you have a conversation with of that number of people that you have a conversation with, a percentage you then you may arrange a telephone meeting with, a face-to-face meeting, or maybe another telephone meeting with them. Then, of course, you're going to get proposals out there, or quotes, or whatever you like to call it. Then you've got to arrange the interview. So there are a certain amount of interviews that you need to arrange every single month. A certain amount of CVs or resumes that you need to send to your clients every single month. You might do some NPC marketing. Again, but it's knowing those numbers and knowing those conversion numbers. As I said, most recruitment and search firms have no idea what you have to do initially to get in front of potential clients. And look, the clients that we work with, one of the things that we do with them, we'll say to you, look, we'll share with you how to get in front of 20, 30, 40 decision makers a month, every single month. And at the very least, have that conversation. And look, if you want some help in doing that, I would suggest you get some help. Because if what you're doing right now isn't working, go and get some help somewhere. Now, you can talk to me, or go and talk to somebody that understands the industry, who can get you in front of 20, 30, 40 decision makers. Get some help from somebody that can share with you the good habits that will take your business to the next level. If you want any help from me, you can go to terryedwards.com/start. And all we ask is that you're an owner or a director of a recruitment and search business. You're abnormally ambitious. You want to grow, and you're in an ethical business. If you tick all those three boxes, go to terryedwards.com/start. And I'll share with you on the telephone. There's no cost, there's no obligation, and you can be anywhere in the world. I'll share with you some real simple things you can do to ensure that each of your consultants, your business, are getting in front of 20, 30, 40 decision makers a month after month after month. As I said to you earlier, what would that mean to you if you knew exactly how to do that? What would it mean to you and your business if you had those habits? Like I said, there's 7, 9 at the most habits that you could do on a regular and consistent basis. You'll grow your business year on year on year again. To repeat, one burger won't make you fat.
Yeah. And again, this is what Terry said there. We're helping our clients do this all the time, helping them go from speaking an average of 3 to 5 decision makers per month to 15 to 20, helping them build automated client attraction systems. So they're getting new prospects and new business inquiries coming to them all the time on a consistent basis. And if you want help doing that, you want to see if we can help you do the same, head over to terryedwards.com/start. And if you listen to this, you've enjoyed this, and you think you know somebody else, a recruitment or search firm owner who also could benefit from this, make sure you share it with them as well, and really help us spread the message.
Excellent. So as Drew said, if you go to terryedwards.com/start, anywhere in the world, there's no cost, there's no obligation, but we'll share with you how to get in front of decision makers to help grow your business. You have to be the owner or director of the business. You must be abnormally ambitious. So if you kind of, I'll have a conversation with Terry just to see, no, abnormally ambitious. You want to grow your business. You run an ethical recruitment or search business. Go to terryedwards.com/start. Drew, as usual, you were fantastic. Really appreciate your input today. Thank you very much indeed. Until next time, this is Terry Edwards, Renegade Recruiter. Take care, take action, and be relentless.